Artists. So here is your PIXLR X tutorial number 1, image size versus canvas size, cropping and saving an image. I'm going to be working through the written directions live with you. So however long it takes me to do working from the paper is how long it will probably take you to do working from either this video or working from the written directions. Okay, so first of all, obviously step 1 is to go to PIXLR.com, and we are going to be using for this demonstration today Playful PIXLR X, so click that. Now the next screen will look like this. Yours will probably be blank. You can see I've been working on some things. We're going to click Load URL right here. And we are going to be using this image of a blue Corvette. So you can click on the link that is in the written directions, or you can type it in from the written directions. But this is the image. And if it's not working for you, make sure that you are typing things correctly, okay? If it doesn't work anymore at all, find a picture of a car with some extra space around it, because that's the whole point. With this picture being so large, you'll get this pre-resized image message, although this comes in handy for many situations to select full HD or web size. We'll select Ultra HD and hit apply to leave the image unchanged to go through the resizing process. So you understand the difference between resizing the image versus resizing the canvas. So now your screen should look something like this. We're going to click on the Properties button in the menu, then on Canvas Size. So Properties is this arrow here, and Canvas Size here. When the resized canvas pop-up appears, you see the image is currently 384 pixels by 2560 pixels, but change this to 3000 for the height. So here, I'm going to change it to 3000. You'll see this will add a checkerboard area above and below the original image. If you can't see the area below, you may need to adjust your zoom percentage down in the navigate menu to the right. So after I click off here and I click apply, there's my checkerboard above, and if I go scroll down, I'll see it below. So note, changing the zoom does not change the image size, the pixels, like we did in the previous steps, only how large it appears on your work area. Doing this added more canvas, the checkerboard area, to the image that could be recolored or have text added to it. On to step 7. Now, making the canvas larger doesn't make sense, but later on, you'll need to use this feature. Either use the undo button at the bottom of the screen, here, or hit Control and Z on your keyboard to undo the canvas resizing. Did you know there was a keyboard shortcut? The crop tool, which is on the top left of the PIXLR toolbar, will be more useful in this situation to get rid of the extra area around the car. So click on the crop icon, looks like this, and the crop menu will appear. You'll have 2 options to crop. Either manually type in the dimensions, the pixels you want the image to be resized to, or click and drag the corners or sides of the screen to capture the portion of the image you'd like to keep. Use one of the cropping tools to adjust the image size to something smaller, leaving some space above the car to capture the clouds. So you could come up with something that's close to 2654 by 1378, but it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just going to go ahead and make my adjustments here, keeping some clouds. So I got 2679. Ooh, mine's a little too big still. Here we go, by 13 and some change. Here we go. Okay, very good. I'm happy with that. Now press the Enter key on your keyboard or hit the apply button here. You may need to adjust your zoom if the car looks small on your screen. So right now mine is very close up, so that's great. But if it looks small, you could adjust your zoom. On the menu, click on the properties icon on the menu again and hit Resize Image. Then make the width 1280. Keep the constrained proportion box checked, so your height may be different, which was set at 665. So I got 666, pretty close. Select Apply, and your image will be resized, and also again, may be zoomed in. There we go. Now on to step 11. If your image seems really small like mine does, then use the Navigate tool in the top right of your screen to change the zoom. Mine is currently at 35%, so I'll crank it up so that it fills my screen. Now that you're ready to save the file, click on the Save button at the bottom of the screen and the Save Image window appears. By default, it wants to save your image as a JPEG, which saves the file with .jpg after a file name. A JPEG file is the most common file type for photographs and will ensure the photo is high quality. Name the file, last name, PIXLR X1. So mine would be Gillis PIXLR X1. And obviously you use your last name and hit the download button. The image will likely be placed into your downloads folder. This is in fact true. It's going to go right here. It's a good idea to make sure a PIXLR X or to make a PIXLR X folder to keep all your projects in. So if you want to work on a file later, by the way, then save the file as a PXD file. A .pxd gets added to the file name. Next lesson, you'll learn about this file type, and it will allow you to continue your edits later. But we want to save the JPEG.jpg for now. Don't worry about this thing that pops up with an ad. That is how we get access to this for free. So go ahead and close that. Now that you're sure the image is saved wherever you want it to be, so it's in your downloads, as we can see in this bar down here, you're going to upload it to Google Classroom for your PIXLR X tutorial #1 assignment.